Bachmann Industries has added to its line of 120.3 Spectrum locomotives the Baldwin-built 244 Forney. The Forney is offered in two versions from Bachmann Trains. There is an inside frame model with a wooden cab, and the second version is an outside frame model with a steel cab. Inside you will also find an owner's manual, some parts and pieces, smoke fluid, some additional couplers, some electronics for installing remote control or battery, as well as some figures. Inside the owner's manual pack you will find a card for a Bachmann catalog, a card to turn in for your warranty, and another detailed Bachmann owner's manual. They're very, very good. Information about the original model, as well as how to lubricate and maintain your engine. Let's take a minute to look at this Bachmann Forney, and as we do, let's give you a couple facts and figures. The length of the unit is 20 inches measured from coupler face to coupler face. The width is 4 3/8 inches measured at the cylinders. The height is 6 5/8 inches, and the weight is about 7 pounds, 2 ounces. As with all of the Spectrum models from Bachmann, there are numerous prototype details, including metal handrails and couplers, lift bars, air pumps, sand lines, and other piping, reservoir air tanks, brass bell and whistle, electric generator, and scale rivet detail. There's a detailed locomotive cab, including valves, water sight glasses, gauges, throttles, air brake stand, a Johnson bar, and piping. There's operating doors, windows, and roof hatches, as well as die-cast knuckle couplers on the locomotive's front and rear, a spare set of die-cast offset shank couplers for use with other popular brands of narrow-gauge couplers. The Bachmann Forney also has a die-cast idler gearbox, a double-lead metal worm gear, as well as die-cast metal frame, driving wheels, and a rear truck assembly. There is also a unique driver assembly suspension system that allows the locomotive to operate on short, medium, or broad radius curves by employing truck locking mechanism on the bottom of the unit. You can control the smoke unit by opening up the front door on the unit, and it has an off, DCC, and DC control setting. There is easy access to 5 switches in the coal bunker to choose track or battery-powered pickup, operation according to NMRA or large-scale track polarity practices. There's a motor power on and off switch, as well as a DCC or DC operation of cab lights and firebox flicker with a center off position, and as well there's a choice of 2 or 4 chuffs per revolution. There are inputs for the chuff sensors, as well as inputs for battery power for your unit. I think one of the best features is the non-proprietary plug-and-play electronic interface that Bachmann has in their locomotives. I was able to take an Aristocraft TE Revolution receiver and place it in my Bachmann locomotive in about 40 seconds. We thought you might like to see how the Forney runs. John Miller wrote an article at Large Scale Online, one of our outside-in articles about the Forney, and found that the starting voltage was 3.6 volts forward, 3.84 volts in reverse, full slip was at 1 amp at 6.7 volts, and full stall was 2 amps at just about 8 volts. We found that the Bachmann Forney started smoothly, and when we applied additional power, increased smoothly and held its speed consistently as we were running our tests. Just like the prototype, the key to optimum performance from your Forney locomotive is regularly scheduled maintenance and lubrication. The running gear and other parts will require lubrication before your locomotive goes into service for the first time and as you continue to run the locomotive. The manual that comes with the Forney will give you detailed instructions of how to maintain your unit. The Bachmann Forney includes a smoke unit, and it smokes. Here's an example inside of the unit just sitting still, and then we apply a small fan so that you can get the idea of what it will look like outside on your railroad. The Forney also has a constant lighting LED headlight and cab lights that illuminate at full intensity before the locomotive actually starts to move. We thought that the LED was pretty bright. Here's an example. We've taken our Forney and placed it about 12 inches from our backdrop, just to give you an idea of how well this might illuminate your track outside at night. There's a red LED inside the cab that creates a glow. There's also a light inside the firebox as well. They've also done an incredible job of creating a fire flicker in the ash pan as well. Having a mild winter in Idaho this year allowed us to take the Forney outside. It may have been a little cold and drizzly, but we're glad that we took the opportunity to run this engine. We found that it started smooth, had no problem going up the grades that we have on our railroad. It just looked great. There's something about the 120.3 scale size outside in the garden. And once we attach the additional Bachmann rolling stock and our new Bachmann caboose, I just have to say the Forney just may become one of our favorite engines to run this spring.